They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Montgomery. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 4th down, here's Brett Curran to punt the football away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Rodgers to throw once more. Flushed out right. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go again to Jones. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to the loose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action Week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals.
Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in Week 1. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers now with the jet sweep. And a short gain down to about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught by Amari Rodgers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
That's a acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Open man is Winfrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Make something happen. Come on. Big play.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to move back in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. That was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chicago offense set to get started. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they gave up the points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. They'll They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds Kmet on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
From the 24, Rodgers. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Well, there you go, Rodgers to Rodgers, first down Packers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Rodgers with this one into the hands of Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
He'll find Jones again, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers again now. Completed out left to Dobbs. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Some of these plays, you know what they're really a product of? Really good scouting. Big, tall receiver, play to his strengths, put the ball up there, and let him take it on a fade.
On first down, Rodgers. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck, and the Bears take over. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 9 now. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the second half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And again, back to Kmet. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize is well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And again, it's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 24, Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Room here to run. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the Packers get set to go. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. However, let's see what that's about. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Bears on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we can see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Going for the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defended Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. read option. Here's Montgomery. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That's complete right around the 8. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 13, 2:15 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Rodgers. Watson making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Chicago, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.